What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome to this week's Square Gamers podcast, where two dudes talk video games. And I'm your host. I am Legendary Mike. And today we got Pedro Maribal. What is up, my man?
What's going on, man? It's a couple days before a super busy weekend. One of your favorite rap groups releases a new album on Friday. Saturday, your brother-in-law, my boy, also member of the Square Gamers group, Platinum Mike Perry fights. And Sunday, it's the Broncos-Patriots showdown.
Oh, man.
Super hype about what's going to happen this weekend.
So
hopefully I end up 2-0, winning or seeing wins for both things that I'm going to root for. I'm excited.
So how important is this game for Denver?
Denver has to win out to make the playoffs. So.
Oh, really?
This is essentially a playoff game.
Oh shit! Well, fucking, they show up. That's for sure.
Yeah, they need to put in some work. So.
Well, guys, granted, Christmas is right around the corner. Pedro and I wanted to hit you guys up on a couple things. A lot of the quality games out there right now are taking advantage of Christmas, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but they're showing and giving us some special events to look forward to. Now, all of these are out, except one. One will be releasing sometime tomorrow. But we'll go right into it. Overwatch. Now, Overwatch yesterday released almost a 3 gig update, and it is filled with holiday goodies. They're calling the event Winter Wonderland, and they're bringing a whole bunch of new loot boxes with new character skins, emotes, victory poses, highlight intros, and other cosmetic items, which is really cool. It gives for people who like collecting this stuff more stuff to buy, and it's limited edition, so you only have up until I think January 1st or 2nd to purchase these special loot boxes, and then it disappears until next Christmas, if not never, because they, knowing Blizzard, they'll come out with a whole new skin lineup and stuff for next year, because Overwatch probably will be played next year at this time, granted, seeing what it's about. Okay, they're also adding a new game mode. Now, Pedro, this is what I want to try this. I want to check this out. They're adding a new thing called Overwatch May Snowball Offensive. It's basically a huge snowball fight, bro. 6v6 single elimination brawl where everyone's May. I know you don't play. I know for people who don't play the game, it's the little Eskimo chick, and she has ice power. So she has a gun that shoots icicles. She makes walls, ice walls. Well, basically, they got it set up to where your gun carries one ammo, one shot, and it shoots a big snowball, and everyone dies on the first hit. And the only way to reload is to find a pile of snow to make another snowball. That sounds sick, Pedro. Now, would this attract you? Would you want to play this? Because I know I do.
No, I mean, I wasn't a fan of, search and destroy for Call of Duty, and it's essentially the same thing without the one bullet or anything like that. Yeah, it's a single elimination. You die. Then you gotta watch all your friends play and, root for them for the win. I mean, I guess it sounds cool for people who are into Overwatch, but this, as someone who's an outsider, and thinking, okay, this one game of the year for some reason, I still don't really feel like playing it. This isn't gonna push me towards that.
Okay, well, good. This is what I'm leading towards, guys. Now, the next one, which is probably the one we looked forward to the most, Destiny. They're releasing a 3-week event called The Dawning, and it's basically a Christmas event. It launched yesterday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and they're bringing tons of content to the game, and they're keeping it there. So they're using this event as basically a big, huge free update, and they're giving us a bunch of cool stuff, not including the cosmetic stuff we buy with money. They're adding Sparrow Racing. Now, granted, back when I originally played Destiny, when first released, this wasn't out, so I didn't get to experience Sparrow Racing. But after the event, the Sparrow Racing will stay in the game. I hear a lot of cool things about it. Pedro, did you get to play Sparrow Racing at any time when it was out?
No, I haven't got a chance to play Sparrow Racing. I also only have the slow Sparrow, so I might need to upgrade before I do so.
The new Vanguard or the outfitter, the ship outfitter, she actually selling a faster Sparrow for I think I remember seeing it last night for 3250. Yeah, the 3,250 Glimmer is what I remember seeing it at for 140
like
speed.
$32.50, bro. No, I'm not buying it.
No, Glimmer, bro, Glimmer.
Okay.
You also have special gear too as well, Pedro, that allows you to maneuver and speed up your bike. Now
That's dope.
It's legitimacy towards actual PvE and PvP content, not so much, but it's still an item. It still has armor. It still has abilities. Granted, the abilities go towards Sparrow Racing. Now,
yeah, that's cool.
The cool part, Pedro, strike scoring. Now, what do you think about this? Because this is probably the neatest thing, guys. They're adding point scoring to strikes, so it's basically allowing you not only to just feel like you're just the game feels less grindy, I should say. Where like us doing the heroic strikes, it feels. Granted, we're new to it. A lot of people who have been doing it for a while, it tends to be monotonous to where it's basically you're just rinsing and repeating, doing it 3 to 4 times a week and being done with it. Score striking now or strike scoring is pushing players to play better, get better, and compete with their fellow teammates to get higher scores, which then grants you better loot and other points-based system that they implemented into the game that allows them to buy specific items through the dawning. What is your opinion? Are you stoked for this?
I wonder if this is a team thing or not. Like if you and I team up, do our scores,
Okay. As far as I'm reading, players get individual loot rewards based upon their individual performance, but as well as that, the team scoring at the end of the strike also benefits loot rewards and point rewards. So it's still team based, but they're also trying to make it to where their teammates are competing against each other for the highest score, which means in turn it forces you to get better. It forces you to min max basically. So I got to do this the fastest way possible and still get 4 headshots. You understand what I'm saying? It's forcing people to get out of the grind, basically.
You take more risks too. You don't have to play it so safe.
Exactly. Which I think it's super cool. They also implemented a cool feature that I think is cool, at least. Veteran Destiny players. Now, I'm not a veteran. I've only been playing for maybe 90 hours total. But once you hit level 40, all uncommon engrams will automatically turn weapon materials and armor materials. I am so happy. When I read this is probably the most exciting thing, because there's nothing worse than doing Archon's Keep and getting full-on fucking items. And you look at it and they're all green. You're like, fuck, I didn't want to pick this up. It automatically does it. So that's a little of what's the word I'm going for? It's
pretty dope. Very convenient.
Convenient, exactly. Now they're also Xur, the weekly strange coin guy. He will contain exotic shards again. I believe they took it out, and then they're also now selling heavy ammo batches of 10 for strange coins, which is another
nice.
That's another ease of living in the game kind of thing, where it just makes it a little easier, so it doesn't feel so much like a grind. Because I think that's the only complaint I hear about Destiny is that it's a grindy game. It's a grind. So if you're not into that kind of stuff, this event that they're doing and the changes they're implementing kind of eases up that feeling, which is pretty cool. What is your final thoughts on this, Pedro? Because I know I've been talking a lot over it.
No, I mean I agree with everything you're saying. I like it a lot. Existing players will like it because it'll keep them entrenched in the game. It's not gonna, other players aren't gonna come and all of a sudden play Destiny. But I'll tell you what, this will get us through a couple months until Horizon and all those other big marquee games come out. So I'm pretty happy.
And they also have talking about another huge update coming up first quarter of next year, correct? That they haven't given us solid details. They mentioned it kind of to tease us, which I think is kind of cool.
So that should be cool.
Destiny will be strong for the next coming 6 months. Moving on to the next one, which is probably the most lackluster of all, but we have to mention it because there's a lot of people who actually probably think it's pretty cool. Pokemon Go. The only thing they're doing for this Christmas season is you can go out and catch a Pikachu with a Santa Claus hat. Ugh. Come on, Pokemon Go. Why are you failing us? The Halloween event was a lot better than this, and Christmas is a lot bigger, in my opinion. Do you feel like a letdown to this as well, or is it just kind of like, who cares?
I mean, if I'm a Pokemon Go player, I'd be very disappointed. The best news to come out of the Pokemon Go realm is the Starbucks news where, they are now Pokestops. Other than that,
Oh, man. That's funny stuff. We'll move right on, guys. And lastly, one of the games I've actually been rather intrigued with and sucked into, Elder Scrolls Online. We actually have one of the Square Gamers in the group and ended up pulling the trigger on it, and I followed with him. But it's actually rather interesting. They're adding another Christmas event called the New Life Festival, and it's adding a bunch of cool stuff. Whole new quest lines to get these items from anywhere from random crafting material or New Life theme memento, which is basically a skin, which is pretty cool. They're adding a bunch of New Life collectibles, which are also like mementos, hats, and costumes. Pretty cool. Some new items, new weapons, and this is all free. So big ups to the last 3 games we mentioned: Overwatch, Destiny, and Elder Scrolls Online, actually delivering a quality event for Christmas that's gonna help pull people in. Hopefully, I mean, because that's what I want to see more players in Destiny. Granted, Destiny's probably pretty big to begin with.
Yep.
Moving right along,
it's only gonna help.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I mean, it's when the biggest news for the last couple of days are Christmas events, and reading some of them, you're just like, really, you calling that a Christmas event? That's what you're doing for Christmas? Like, whatever. But those are the biggest ones. Pokemon Go being the lackluster, the letdown. But we do have some pretty cool news. Nintendo Switch is going to be presented, or Nintendo Switch presentation will be on January 3rd in Japan, which is the 12th for the US, and it will be at, I believe, 11 p.m. Eastern. Granted, they're doing off of Tokyo time, so it's going to be late for us the day before. Or yeah, it's weird. They're like 24 hours ahead of us, like 23 hours ahead of us. What are you thinking, Pedro? Are you excited for this? You finally want to see what the Switch is?
I mean, we've already covered the questions I have regarding the Switch. Hopefully they answer them all. I mean, it'll be a Friday night reveal, so I may or may not be doing something that Friday night. If I'm not, I'll be watching the Nintendo Switch reveal. I'm excited to see what they come up with. Apparently, according to rumors, the battery life is going to be much better than people were saying in the beginning. I mean, of course, they're announcing that you can play GameCube game, or you may be able to play GameCube games on here as well, which would be dope. Super Smash Bros. Brawl would be amazing on a game like this, or on a console like that, especially if it's portable. So we'll see, man. Like I said, you are super excited about it. I'm gonna temper my expectations simply because it's Nintendo, and they'll figure out a way to give us some not so good news. I'm also very curious as to when pre-orders will begin, and how they handle that. Because the NES Classic release or launch has been lackluster
Crap.
at best.
Yeah, they haven't been able to fill the shelves full. Which
Yeah, and I mean, they better not come up with that same excuse of, well, we just didn't know that the Nintendo Switch was gonna be such a hit, so we didn't manufacture the console, as much as we should have. Come on, guys.
of course.
So
Nintendo.
that'd be something that I would love for them to say is, hey guys, don't worry about it. We'll have enough consoles in stock at launch.
I kind of think they do it. I feel like they do it on purpose for the simple reason that with the consoles not being in stock, the hype still gets higher, and people, it's one of those things where it's kind of like the concept of what's the word I'm looking for? The concept of not being available or not being present. Basically, it's kind of like
basic economics, man. Supply and demand.
Yeah, exactly. Moving right on to into different news. Uncharted 4, bro. Expansion came out today. It's free. It's free. Big ups, Naughty God. Big ups. 3 gig, which I have to mention because, hard drive space is very precious to us. But it being 3 gigs, it's everything people want it are there. Multiplayer adds 5 new weapons. Talking about older classic weapons. I haven't really played Uncharted 4. I don't plan on it. But the internet's getting hyped over this.
Multiplayer was actually surprisingly fun when I played it.
Yeah, so maybe you can help me. Maybe you can help me explain this. They got new Bikers Warrior skins for all characters, 10 more levels, price drops for some chests, new boosters, VIP status, new mode King of the Hill. That sounds a lot of fun, and 2 new maps, Prison and Trainwreck.
Oh, those are coming. Oh, they're also featuring music from Uncharted 2. That's pretty dope.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Survival mode is coming out with new trophies. For those of you that are completionists and love getting your platinums. 2 more multiplayer updates for the future. A hardcore mode is coming in 2017, and there will be matchmaking. Dope.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And they also released a multiplayer roadmap for you guys. I will make sure I put the link in the description of the podcast so you guys can click on the link and actually see what they're planning coming out with. I mean, because granted, Uncharted 4 is they're coming in. They're working on the new Uncharted, the sequel, or not per se the sequel, but the new game of the new series they're coming out with. It's good to see that they're still pushing for Uncharted 4. In my opinion, Naughty Dog's doing a good job with that, which is pretty cool.
It's good to see an actual roadmap that you can
you can plan,
hang your hat on. Destiny tried to do that and that failed.
Well, yeah, but Destiny's a different beast, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not cutting on any slack at all, but at the end of the day, Destiny is a lot different game. Okay, Pedro, Super Mario Run, bro. Tomorrow.
Drops tomorrow.
iOS, iPad. I don't have either one of those, so I'm boned.
Yeah, me either. I'm pissed.
Now, I got a question. Wasn't Reggie from Nintendo supposed to be playing Super Mario Run on the Nintendo Switch on TV sometime this week?
He already did.
He did. Did I didn't see anything about it. Was it a complete flop, or what are you thinking about this?
No, it was dope. It was dope. I mean, I want to see more. It just looked like Mario Part and Super Mario Go on a tablet. It really didn't do anything for me, so not very impressed with it. The only thing cool about it was that he was using a Switch to play it. I mean, you can play as other characters as he already revealed. There'll be multiple maps. You can actually make your own levels as well, so it's got a little bit of a Mario Maker tone to it.
Oh, serious?
I mean, it's very feature rich, and it will probably be worth the $10 once it gets on all platforms.
Seriously, I didn't know it was that. I didn't know that it was that deep. That's kind of cool.
It's pretty deep.
I mean, that's rather cool. Moving right along, guys. Walking Dead, the Telltale series, coming out on the 20th. We want to give you guys a quick rundown of some of the games left coming out this season. Walking Dead, Pedro. Now, speaking of Walking Dead, Telltale, Batman. The final episode of Batman is out. Have you got to play it yet?
I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. It does look like it's going to be amazing. The choices you'll have to make according to the trailer look very intense. This looks like a very dark episode, which is something that I personally like. I personally appreciate from this Batman story, which is pretty good. So I'm pretty excited.
Well, the reason why I mention this, guys, is because the new Walking Dead Telltale series, A New Frontier, will be out on the 20th. Now, to the trailer I've seen, they look like they've learned a lot from previous, Telltale series games. And it looks like to me that Batman's taught them a huge amount because of the way the actual New Frontier looks. It looks a lot better than I remember the old Walking Dead looking. Like the original.
Yeah, they're using the new engine, so I mean it's gonna work. First of all, it's gonna be a much smoother game. Graphically, it's gonna be better. There's gonna be less glitches. I mean, it's gonna be a better game overall because they're using a better engine. They're not using that older engine from seasons 1 and 2. The cool thing about this is that you could that your season 1 and 2 saves do carry over. If you have it on the same system, whether it be PS4 or Xbox One, or you can start, with the computer generated choices that were made from before.
Well, I mean, that's kind of cool. I didn't realize that you can carry over your saves. That's actually it's really cool because it doesn't feel like a brand new game if all the decisions you made in the previous seasons actually matter. Which is one of the reasons why Mass Effect was such a huge success, because of the fact that everything you actually did mattered, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But moving right on, guys. Last week we talked about Gears of War 4 being kind of shafted in the Game Awards, and then we also mentioned that it's one of those games you have to play. Well, guess what? Amazon, for the next, I want to say 15 days, I believe, we'll be running Gears of War 4 and Forza Horizon 3 for $30. Pedro, is this low enough, bro? Because we talked last week.
$30. It's to make sure it's $30 a piece. So it's Forza Horizon 3 for $30 and Gears of War 4 for $30. Not both for $30, which would be a fucking amazing deal.
Do you think this
it's half off, bro? Hell yeah, it's
$30.
It's a great price.
Still want me to hold out?
This is low enough. You just gotta make sure you find yourself a nice group to play a horde mode with, and you'll be fine.
Well, I think that's all we got for you guys this week. Make sure you guys go to our Facebook page /Square Gamers. Join the conversation and the group at facebook.com/group/Square Gamers. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel. We got some Bloodborne LP going up. We also plan on running a Destiny stream here soon. Make sure you guys go to that Twitch channel and subscribe. And stay tuned for that, because Pedro and I want to delve into this Christmas event that's upon us. Pedro, hit him with the plugs, my man. What else you got?
You hit up with all the normal plugs. Just guys, make sure to tune in and support fellow Square Gamer Mike Perry. 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Fox Sports 1 is his fight. He's fighting a very tough in game opponent, but he should come off with the win. So go ahead, make sure to wish him luck on the Square Gamers page. We wish you luck, Mike. Hope to see you guys. Hope to see you win. and win in spectacular fashion, I'm predicting that he leaves and ends the year with a nice fat $50,000 bonus for fight of the night.
Well, you guys heard it first here at the Square Gamers, guys. And we will talk to you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace.